Good afternoon and welcome to the Trumpet of the Swan. Before we begin, we would like to recognize we are performing on the sacred territory of the Duwamish and Puget Sound Salish tribes. We thank them as the original caretakers of these lands. We hope you enjoyed today's performance, and if you do, we'd love you to tell your friends and family about our very special closing benefit performance tonight at 7 p.m., where Jason Robert Brown himself, the Trumpet of the Swans, Tony-winning composer, will be attending and performing a solo concert on our stage after the show. The concert will culminate in Jason Robert Brown conducting the Castling Orchestra in his original work. Wait till you see what's next. Proceeds support free tickets and transportation for area PA students, Seattle Children's Hospital patients, and Ronald McDonald House residents to see our outreach campaigns. Tickets are still available for tonight's performance at www.rhstheater.net. At this time, we ask you to power down all mobile devices, and as a courtesy to the performers and the people around you, refrain from eating or drinking in our beautiful theater. In the event of an emergency evacuation, please use one of the 3 exits in the rear of the theater or the main theater entrance to your left. And now, without further ado, enjoy the Trumpet of the Swan!
Sometime after noon, warm air fox or skunk with murder in his heart wanted to reach this spot, he'd have to enter the water and walk the whole length of that point of land, and by that time I'd see him and I would give him a hard time.
That night, when I got back to camp, I was tired and hungry. My father was cooking supper.
Where have you been, Sam?
Just exploring. There's a little pond about a mile and a half from here, but I don't think it'd be any good for fishing. You have to cross a swamp.
I don't like you crossing swamps. You could step into a soggy place and get bogged down, and there wouldn't be anybody to pull you out.
I'm careful.
Did you see anything?
I didn't tell him about the swans. I like to keep things to myself. But I wrote about them every night in my journal, and went back to the pond every day. And within the week, there were 5 eggs in the nest. The mother swan sat on the eggs to keep them warm, and the father swan, or cob as they are called, cruised around nearby to keep her company and protect her from enemies. One warm afternoon, feeling very thirsty, she covered her eggs with some loose feathers and stepped out into the water. The water felt good. But when she stepped out of the water to dry off, she failed to notice the red fox that was hiding behind a clump of bushes. The father swan saw the fox first. But he was too far away to get there in time.
Perhaps the girl's glasses will not only make me appear larger than I am, but even more graceful than I am.
You better not get too graceful. You might go to your head. You're quite a big bird already.
All swans are graceful. It's right for a bird to feel proud and graceful. That's what swans are for.
I think our children are ready for school. What do you say?
You're perfectly right. And since I'm father now, I'll greet them with a speech.
Come on then, children. Stay close together and do what I do.
My charming cygnets, I bid you welcome to the pond and the swamp adjacent. Welcome to the world that contains this splendid marsh, unspoiled and wild. Welcome to sunlight and shadow, wind and weather. Welcome to water!
He stuck his little neck out, took hold of one of my shoelaces and gave it a pull, untying it. That night, as I walked back to camp, I thought, if I live to be 100, I'll never forget how it feels to have my shoelace pulled by a baby swan. But I worried about that little swan with no voice, and it wasn't long before Louis's parents began to worry about him too.
Dear, have you noticed anything different about one of our children, the one we call Louis?
What do you mean? He swims and dives beautifully.
And he certainly is handsome, but have you ever heard him make any sound as the others do? Have you ever heard him say goodnight to us or good morning to us as the others do in their charming little ways?
What are you getting at? Are you suggesting I have a son who is inefficient in some way? Such a revelation would distress me greatly. I want everything to go smoothly in this family so I can glide gracefully and serenely in the prime of my life without being out of my way.
It might not be too serious now, but 2 or 3 years from now, when Louis falls in love, he'll be unable to find a mate if he can't say couple or utter the usual endearments to the young female of his choice.
Are you sure?
The thing that attracted me to you most was your wonderful, resonant voice.
It was?
Anytime you said anything to me in that deep voice of yours, I was ready to go anywhere with you.
You were?
She walked over to where her sleeping signets were and settled down next to them. But the cob was unable to sleep that night. The next morning, he led Louis apart from the others.
Louis, there's something I feel I should discuss with you. We need not range over the whole spectrum of bird life, but well, to tell you the truth, I've never heard you say anything, Louis. So, let me hear you say beep. Go ahead. Say it! Say beep!
Louis tried. He took a breath, opened his mouth, and let the air out. But he couldn't make a sound.
Try again, Louis, like this.
As his father watched, Louis tried and tried, but no sound came.
It's no use. You're speechless.
When Louis saw how disappointed his father was, it made him feel like crying.
Come now. Do not let an unnatural sadness settle over you, Louis. Swans must be cheerful, not sad. Graceful, not awkward. Brave, not cowardly. The world is full of youngsters who have some disadvantage they must overcome. There may even be some benefit in your age in not being able to speak. Become a good listener. And I assure you that you can pick up more information when you are listening than when you are talking. Therefore, my son, be of good cheer, enjoy life, learn to fly. And I guarantee once we fly south for the winter, I'll provide you with a device of some sort that will enable you to make a great deal of noise.
By now, the whole family was floating nearby, hoping to overhear what was going on. One of Louis's brothers spoke up.
Fly south? I don't know how to fly. I've never been up in the air.
I'm not sure I can do it. I may get dizzy way up there if I look down.
My glorious children, flying just a matter of having the right attitude, plus, of course, good wing feathers. Follow me and we'll give it a try. Extend yourself to the utmost. Do everything in the proper order. Never forget for a minute that you are swans and therefore excellent flyers.
Louis swam with his brothers and sisters to the other end of the pond. They pumped their necks up and down. Louis pumped his harder than any of the others. Suddenly, the cob signaled for a start. There was a tremendous commotion. Wings beating, feet racing, water churned to a run. And suddenly, there were 7 swans in the air. he said to himself.
This is great. This is sensational. I feel exalted and I am not dizzy at all. I may not have a voice, but at least I can fly.
This way!
The cob straightened out his course and headed south. The others followed, trumpeting as they went. They passed right over our camp.
What was that?
Trumpeter swans. They're headed south.
I thought the trumpeters were spending the whole year in Red Rock Lakes now where they are protected.
Most of them do, but not all of them.
Well, we better head south too. Shorty will be here tomorrow to take us home.
That night I thought about the swans and wrote in my diary. It must be wonderful to fly at night. I wonder how a bird knows how to get from where he is to where he wants to be. I wonder what I will be when I grow up. I expect I will be a woman, but what kind of woman will I be? And how will I know how to get there? A few days after the swans arrived on their winter home at the Red Rock Lake, Louis watched as a park ranger grabbed a fisherman by the collar and pointed to a sign with some printing on it. The park ranger said, "Can't you read?" and pointed to the man's fishing pole. "The sign says, no fishing. You can't fish here." That gave Louis an idea.
Since I can't speak, I should develop myself along other lines. I will learn to read and write, and in that way I will be able to communicate. I'll go find that girl and she will help me.
Louis flew from town to town, located the schools, and waited for me to come out. Day after day, he had no luck, but finally he spotted me splitting wood near the kitchen door at our ranch. He glided right down and untied my shoelace. "I know you. You're the swan with no voice. What can I do for you? Are you hungry? Thirsty? Do you want to stick overnight with us here at the ranch?" My dad rode up on his cow pony at that exact moment.
What have you got there, Sam?
It's a young trumpeter. He has a speech problem. Can I keep him a while?
Who ever heard of a swan with a speech problem?
Louis took his wing and began to scratch the word "no" into the dirt, like he had seen on the fishing sign.
Looks like he's trying to draw. Maybe he thinks he's an artist. Who ever heard of a swan being an artist?
When I said I thought Louis was trying to write, he jumped up and down and flapped his wings like crazy. Dad couldn't believe it.
Who ever heard of a swan who wanted to write? Maybe he'll write a book, Portrait of the Artist by a Young Swan.
Dad went inside to call the game warden. It's illegal to hold a wild bird in captivity. I knew that. But when Dad came out, he actually looked pleased.
The warden says you can keep the young swan here for a while, if you can help him. But sooner or later, the bird will have to go back to the Red Rock Lakes where he belongs. He also said he wouldn't just let anybody have the young swan, but he'd let you have one because you understand about birds. And he trusts you. It's quite a compliment.
After a while, everybody went in to supper. Mom allowed Louis to stand next to my chair, and we fed him some corn and some oats. I wanted him to sleep with me, but Mom said no.
She's no canary, Sam. He's enormous. We'll mess up the room. Put him in the barn. The horses won't mind.
So the next day, I went to school riding on my pony, and Louis flew along. I explained that Louis wanted to read and write because he couldn't speak. I said he'd written the word "no" in the dirt. So my teacher, Mrs. Hammerbottom, wrote the word "catastrophe" on the blackboard to see if Louis could write that.
A long word is no harder than a short one. I'll just copy it one letter at a time, and soon enough I'll be finished. Besides, my life is a catastrophe. It is a catastrophe to be without a voice. Catastrophe!
It It was a whole year before Louis returned to his family at the Red Rock Lake. By that time, he knew lots of words and could read and write as well as anybody in the school. He wore a small slate around his neck and had a piece of chalk on a string for writing on the slate.
Look, everybody, it's Louis. Well, what's that little object hanging around his neck by a string?
Louis glided down to his family. After the family greetings were over, he seized the piece of chalk in his bill and wrote,
Hi there.
but nobody in Louis's family could read, so they didn't know what it said. He felt keenly disappointed and kind of stupid, to tell the truth.
Why did I learn to write if no one in my family can read?
After a while, Louis swam to the shore, removed his slate and pencil, and placed them under a bush, and took a bath. Even though the writing had been a failure, it felt good to be home with his family. One day, not long after he returned, he felt so odd. He knew he must be in love. Her name was Serena. Whenever he swam past her, he could feel his heart beat faster. She was a trifle smaller than the others and seemed to have a more graceful neck in more attractive ways than any of his other friends on the lake. He wanted her for his mate, but he couldn't tell her so because he didn't have a voice.
Then it is time for me to take action. Even if I have to go to the ends of the earth to find a voice for our young son, I shall find it at last and bring it home to Louis.
Don't go to the ends of the earth. Go to Billings, Montana. It's closer.
And I am off. Springtime doesn't last forever. I'm off for a great city teeming with life and with objects made by man.
And with that, he took off into the air.
But what will you use for money?
Leave that to me!
He climbed steeply like a jet plane, then let the dog fly high and fast toward the northeast. His wife watched him till he was out of sight. What a swan! saw a drum painted gold, and a fancy guitar with an electric cord. He saw cymbals, saxophones, violins, mandolins, horns, maracas, cellos, and many other instruments. And then he saw
There it is!
a brass trumpet hanging by a red cord.
Now is my time. I must risk everything on one bold move, however shocking it is to my sensibilities, however offensive it is to the world of men. Here I go, and may good luck go with me!
And with that, he aimed straight at the big window. He dove swiftly, hit the window going full speed, grabbed the trumpet in his beak, and flew back through the hole in the window. The owner of the store grabbed his shotgun, which went off by accident, blasted a hole in the ceiling and sending down a shower of plaster. Make way, I'll get him. The owner charged into the street and fired another shot, but Louis's father was disappearing into the clouds. But the big Swan did not feel triumphant. In his heart was the pain of having committed a crime.
I've robbed a store. I've become a thief. What a miserable fate of a bird of my excellent character and high ideals. Why did I do this? My past life has been blameless, a model of good behavior and correct conduct. I am by nature law-abiding. Why, oh why did I do this?
But then the answer came to him as he flew steadily onward through the evening sky.
I did it to help my son. I did it for the love of my son, Louis.
When he arrived back on the lake, he found Louis sitting on a muskrat house, dreaming of the beautiful Serena. The old cock took the trumpet from around his neck.
Here, Louis, is a trumpet. With the help of this horn, you will at last be able to play love songs for your young females, filling them with surprise and longing. And this will bring you happiness in a new life. Since I had no money, I stole this trumpet, which was deplorable. But the important thing is that you learn to play it. My only wish is that you make the hills and marshes echo with the sound of your youthful desire.
Louis wanted to thank his father, so he bobbed his head up and down and waggled his tail and fluttered his wings. And the old cock knew, by these signs, that he had found favor in the sight of his son. But after a whole day of studying the trumpet, bending his neck and blowing into it, puffing out his cheeks and getting red in the face, all Louis could get to come out was... But then, on the second day, by holding his tongue in a special way, he got... And that made him very happy. But when he ran out of breath, he realized that not having a voice was not his only problem. For one thing, the trumpet had been stolen, and he would have to repay his father's debt somehow. Even worse, Serena had left that morning to go with several other young swans to Snake River. She would never love him if all he could play was one note. 2 notes. So he took off the next day and headed straight for our ranch. When I saw the trumpet, I figured Louis needed a teacher, but he wrote that he needed a job. So I said, hey,
too desperate for money.
So the next morning, I bought Louis a book on how to play music. And every day, as the ranch hands led the guests out for their rides in the hills, Louis began to learn his notes. When it was time to leave for camp, I loaded in all my stuff, my fishing rod, my tennis racket, my poncho, into the trunk of the car. And Louis climbed in the back of Dad's old convertible, with his slate and trumpet hanging around his neck.
All right now, Sam, be a good kid and do not get into fights with other campers and do not eat too much candy. And do not go out onto the canoe on windy days and drown in the lake.
Okay, off we go to Ontario beneath the open sky.
Goodbye, Mom!
Bye, Sam.
Louis loved riding in the convertible, and people couldn't believe it. A trumpeter Swan, with a trumpet hanging around his neck, bouncing along in the back seat. But none of us were prepared for the reception we received when we arrived at Camp Cuckoo's. Wow, camp!
Campers, this is your new junior counselor and camp bugler, Louis the Swan. Like most musicians, he's in need of money. So, he will wake you in the morning, call you to meals, and sing you to sleep with his trumpet. But I caution you not to tease him. He packs quite a wallop with those wings.
One of the campers, Applegate Skinner, said, "I don't like birds. Why do we have to have a bird here?"
Applegate, everyone is entitled to his likes and dislikes, so you can go on not liking birds if you want. I myself don't like pistachio ice cream, but Louis is one of your counselors and you must treat him with respect.
Mr. Frickle, why is it called Camp Couscous?
Because a kid's camp should have a peculiar name, and the more peculiar the name, the better the camp. And now it is time for you all to go to bed. You can take a swim in the lake before breakfast tomorrow if you want. I will be there ahead of you doing my celebrated backflip from the diving tower. Good night, Sam. Good night, Louis. Good night, campers.
Good night, Mr. Brickle. As the light faded, the campers struggled off to their tents. I climbed in under my blankets in tent 3. Louis walked to a high, flat rock by the shore. And finally, when the lights were all out, he faced the camp and raised his trumpet to his mouth. Louis came to love sleeping on the lake. After blowing taps at night, he would waddle down to the sandy beach by the dock. He would remove his chalk, slate, and trumpet, and shove off into the water. After a while, he would tuck his head under his wing and think about home and his parents. Then he would think about Serena. How much he loved her. Pretty soon, he would be fast asleep. When daylight came, Louis would swim ashore, eat a light breakfast of water plants. Then, he would raise his trumpet to his mouth and blow reveille. This afternoon, we're taking a nature hike to see.
No, Applegate, you can't lie outside during rest period. You need to lie in your bunk.
That's really good. I know my girls do have it. Let me see.
Kumbaya, kumbaya.
I don't know if you applicate.
Right, Applegate.
Marty applicate.
And the best first-time camper award goes to...
The other thing Louis loved about camp was listening to the radio with the other counselors. But he couldn't play those radio songs because he didn't have fingers. On a trumpet, the only notes you can play without fingers are... Then one night, a huge storm came up. And Louis had to rescue Applegate's Skinner, who was caught out on the lake in a canoe. The cords of freeing Applegate from the rocks. Louis tore the webbing on his right foot. He didn't even feel it when it happened, and I bandaged it for him when everything had calmed down. But when he took the bandages off the next day, Louis's web had split into something like fingers. As soon as he saw them, he knew what it meant. He lifted the trumpet to his beak and put his fingers on the valves. Now, he could play every note you ever heard on the radio. At the end of the summer, Mr. Brinkle hung a life-saving medal around Louis's neck and put Louis's earnings in a bag and tied that around his neck too. But when Louis counted the money, he realized he still had a problem.
I still don't have enough money to pay the music store back for the trumpet. I need another job. Where should I go?
I said, hey, in Boston they have a Swan boat that leads people for rides around the lake at the public garden. I bet you could get a job leading boats and playing songs for the people. Louis liked that idea a lot. He was eager to try some of the songs he had heard on the radio. The man selling tickets to the Swan boat ride was surprised to see a swan with so many things hanging around his neck. A slate, a trumpet, a money bag, a life-saving medal.
Hello there. What can I
work.
Then you're hired, my friend. With you playing the trumpet, I could double my business. I could triple it, quadruple it, quintuple it, sextuple it. I'll pay you $100 a week. What do you say?
Louis agreed quickly and led boats around the lake all day. He played his trumpet as he had never played it before. Each sandwich apart. brass instruments in the bathroom. Louis hung up the phone and put his trumpet away. Then he went in the bathroom and turned the lights out and stepped into the tub, curved his long neck around and rested his head on his back, tucked his bill under his wing and lay there, floating on the water, his head cradled softly in his feathers. Soon, he was asleep, dreaming of Serena, his true love. For the next week, Louis led swan boats around the lake.
Wealth and happiness are around the corner for Louis the Swan and Lucky Lucas, the creative heart. My agent's fee is 10%, a mere bagatelle.
Louis picked up his slate. He didn't know what a bagatelle was, but that didn't seem important. He wrote,
How do I get to the nightclub?
A taxi cab will pick you up at the north entrance of the zoo at 9 o'clock on the evening of October 15th, a night that will live in memory. I will pay for the cab, naturally. But speaking of money, I see that you're wearing a money bag that is full of moolah. I suggest you turn this money bag over to me for safekeeping during your stay in Philadelphia, a place of many pickpockets and thieves.
No, thank you. We'll keep money bag myself.
All right. And now, there is only one more matter that needs to be addressed. Most of the birds who stay here on this luxury lagoon have had the tip of one wing removed. Pinioned is the word for it. It's for the safety of the bird.
Louis
the peasantry who come here to refresh themselves.
He wrote,
Yes, we'll give Sunday concert.
Then farewell for the nonce, Louis. You be the finest thing to happen to Philadelphia since the Constitutional Convention of 1787.
Louis didn't understand any of this, but he nodded goodbye and swam off toward the island in the center of the lake. Louis wasn't sure he was going to like his new job. He wasn't sure he liked Lucas. But he needed money badly, and when you need money, you're willing to put up with difficulties and uncertainties. He was pleased to find so many other watermen. There were 3 other trumpeters, all were residents of the lake. Their names were Curiosity, Felicity, and Apathy. Louis decided to wait a while to make their acquaintance. When the night came for him to start work, he put on all his things, flew over the fence, and landed at the north entrance. The taxi was there waiting. Louis got in and was driven away to his new job. The place was big and crowded and noisy. Everybody was eating and drinking too much and talking too loudly. Louis screwed up his courage and did what he had to fit in. Still, he loved how much money he was making. Every Saturday night he would collect his pay, and even after giving Abe Lucas his 10%, he still had $450 left. His money bag grew so stuffed with money he was beginning to worry. On Sunday afternoons, crowds of people would gather on the shores of Bird Lake, and Louis would stand on the island in the center of the lake and give his concert. This became a popular event in Philadelphia, where there isn't much to do on a Sunday. Louis was always at his best, for by playing for the people, he was earning his right to remain free and not have a
Serena! It is Serena! She's here at last! My prayers have been answered!
Louis was tempted to rush right over, but then he thought,
No, that would be a mistake. She's in no condition at the moment to perceive the depth of my affection or the extent of my love. She is too pooped. I will give her a chance to recover.
when morning came, the storm was over. The lake grew calm. Serena was exhausted, but she was alive and awake. Still, Louis waited to approach her.
I am not going to risk everything with a bird that is too tired to see straight. I won't hurry and I won't worry. When I was without a voice, she ignored me because I couldn't tell her of my love. But now, through the power of music, I will tell her I love her in a language anybody can understand. She will hear the trumpet of the Swan, and she will be mine.
Normally, if a strange bird had appeared on Bird Lake, one of the keepers would report its arrival to the head man in charge of birds. The head man would then give the order to have the tip of one of its wings clipped. But today, the keeper who attended the waterfowl was out sick with the flu. Nobody noticed that a new trumpeter Swan had arrived. Towards the end of the afternoon, Serena roused herself, had a bite to eat, took a bath, and walked out of the water. She felt distinctly better and stood for a long while, preening her feathers. Louis trembled to see how lovely she was. But the time was still not right. He thought,
She is not going to leave Philadelphia tonight. I will go to my job, and when I get back from work, I shall abide near her all through the night. Then, just at daylight, the sound of my trumpet will enter her sleepy brain and overcome her with emotion. The sound of my trumpet will be the first thing she hears. I will be the first thing she sees when she opens her eyes, and she will love me from that moment on.
Louis went to work at night, as usual, and arrived home around 2 in the morning. He splashed down near Serena, making as little noise as possible. He did not try to sleep. Clouds drifted across the sky in endless procession, hiding the stars. Louis watched the clouds, watched Serena as she slept, and waited for day to come. Hour after hour after hour. At last, a faint light showed in the east.
This is my moment. The time has come for me to awaken my true love.
Louis swam to the spot directly in front of Serena. He raised his trumpet to his mouth. The horn pointed upward from the sky where the first light was showing. All the creatures who heard the sound knew that something extraordinary was happening. At the first note, Serena awoke. She gazed straight at Louis, trembling with joy, and as the song went on, she fell hopelessly in love with this bold trumpeter who had awakened her from her dreams. and bowed solemnly at Serena.
I have never seen such a fine-looking young swan, and I certainly have never seen a swan with so many personal possessions. Could he be the same swan from the lake back at home? He is!
I've been waiting for you.
I heard the trumpet high in the air and followed him.
You did?
I thought it was the most beautiful sound I've ever heard.
Louis swam rapidly around Serena. Serena swam rapidly around Louis. He dipped his neck, she dipped her neck. He splashed a little water into the air, she splashed a little water into the air. It was like a game. It was love at first sight for Louis, and love at long last for Serena. Cautiously, she placed her head across his neck, let it rest there for a moment, then swam away, thinking to herself,
I love everything about him, for he's not only musical, but what a dressy fellow he is.
and the two swam to the other end of the lake where they could be alone. Then Louis, who was short on sleep, dozed off, while Serena ate her breakfast and fixed herself up. But news of Serena's arrival had finally reached the head man in charge of birds. As soon as he saw her, he spoke to his keepers on no uncertain terms.
This new girl is a real beauty. I want an opinion this morning, right away, before she flies off and leaves us.
Louis was just waking from his nap when he saw two keepers approaching Serena. One keeper carried a large net with a long handle. The other carried surgical instruments. Louis knew right away what they were up to. If these men succeeded in catching Serena and cutting a wingtip, all of his plans would go wrong. She could never fly away to a lonely lake with him. She would have to remain in Philadelphia the rest of her life. A horrible fate. This was his moment to act.
No, nobody's going to clip my love's wings while I'm around.
He took all the things from around his neck, then returned to the lake, and waited for the right moment to attack. The keeper holding the net sneaked up on Serena from the back. She was just standing there, dreaming of Louis. Slowly, the keeper raised his net, and Louis went into action. His long, powerful neck straight out in front of him, held his neck straight. He his wings in the air and his feet in the water, and in a flash, he reached the sea and drove his bill straight into the seat of the man's pants. The man dropped his net. The other keeper tried to grab Serena by the neck. Louis beat him over the head with his wings, striking terrific blows and knocking the poor fellow off his feet. Surgical instruments bounced into the air. The net fell in the water. One keeper held his hand on his behind when he had been stabbed. The other lay there, almost knocked out. Serena quickly slipped away and glided back onto the lake.
Well, that was unpleasant. Thankfully, I earned my chance to be watching on Louis. That little woman is a good as I can see watching day and night. Oh, for this swan is not only musical and dressy, but he's brave and powerful too. Oh, beloved mine.
Louis motioned for her to stay on the lake. Then he grabbed his slate and headed straight for the office of the head man in charge of birds.
Hello, Louis. What's on your mind?
Louis picked up his slate and wrote.
I'm in love with the new bird. Her name is Serena, and I've been in love with her for a long time. And I'm taking her away in a few days.
No, you're not. She belongs to us now, to the people of Philadelphia. But you and your bride can stay here in the safety and comfort of the oldest zoo in America. You'll have no worries and no enemies. No fox, no otter, no coyote will ever attack you with intent to kill.
Louis shook his head and wrote.
I have other plans. We will return to the great Canadian wilderness where I was born. We don't want to be safe. We want to be free.
The headman smiled. He knew what Louis meant about freedom, but that didn't matter.
Well, I can't do that. It's natural you're in love. All birds fall in love in the springtime. But the zoo cannot afford to lose such a valuable swan just because you're in love.
Louis wrote once more.
Then I ask 2 favors. 1, that you put off the operation until after Christmas. I'll guarantee she won't try to escape. And 2, let me send a telegram.
Later that day, I received this telegram.
And in the Philadelphia Zoo, come at once. This is an emergency. I will pay for your plane fare. And now wealthy.
Signed,
Louis.
I was so happy to hear from him. I called the airport at once and arrived at the zoo the day after Christmas. He introduced me to Serena and showed me his bag of money. Then he wrote we had to go convince the headman, somehow, to let Serena go. He said that once he paid his father's debt to the music store, he and Serena intended to leave civilization and return to a wild life. He wrote,
The sky is my living room. The lonely lake is my bath. I can't live behind a fence, and neither can Serena.
in almost everyone's life, there is one event that changes the whole course of their existence. That day was the turning point in my life. Up until then, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. But that day, I knew I wanted to work in a zoo. I went straight to the headman's office and introduced myself.
You mean to say, you flew all the way from Montana to help a bird?
Louis is an old friend, and I understand your need for trumpeter swans on your lake. I have an idea that just might solve the problem. All swans know that they will occasionally have cygnets that need special care. If you let Serena fly off with Louis now, he will bring you these special cygnets for your zoo. Birds who will have no desire to leave once they are here.
And he would do this every year.
He would. It's better for the zoo in the long run.
And who's to say he couldn't play the occasional concert when he brought these special signets? All right, I'll let him go. I'm very impressed with you, Sam. Why don't I give you a tour around the zoo? Oh, and you can sleep in the office. I see you brought a sleeping bag.
The next day, Louis and Serena rode with me in the taxi to the airport and took them off themselves right after the plane. I waved to them from the window.
Goodbye, Philadelphia. Goodbye, Bird Lake.
They flew home by the southern route and arrived in Bird Lake on a bright day in January. Louis' father gave a fine speech. Everybody gossiped about the handsome couple, and all were impressed by his worldly goods. Louis handed the money bag to his father and wrote a note on the slip.
To the storekeeper in Billings. Enclosed, please find $4,420.78. This will pay for the trumpet and any damages done to the store. Sorry about the inconvenience it has caused you.
Now I shall go now and redeem my honor.
Just be careful this time. The owner of that music store has a gun. The last time he saw a swan coming, he got robbed, so watch yourself.
I welcome danger and adventure. I'll risk my life to blot out the foul mark that sullies my good name. I shall forever rid myself of the shame that comes from wrongdoing. I shall.
Talking soon, we won't get to Billings before the store closes.
Louis and his mother and Serena watched his father take off toward the northeast, flying fast and high.
You have a good father, Louis. I hope nothing happens to him, but to tell you the truth, I'm worried.
The old cob flew fast and high, and it was late afternoon when he reached the music store. But one of the customers was looking out the window.
even in death's final hour, I shall deliver the money for the trumpet. Goodbye, life. Goodbye, lakes in the north. Farewell, loyal wife and loving sons and daughters. I die gracefully, as only a swan can.
And with that, he sank to the sidewalk, held out the money bag and note to the astonished shopkeeper, and fainted away at the sight of his own blood. A policeman came up.
What's going on here?
The shopkeeper tore open the note and read the note.
It's the same Swan that stole the trumpet, but this time he's brought the money to pay for it, plus damages.
A girl rushed up.
Is he dead?
Somebody call an ambulance! The game warden appeared.
He's not dead, but whoever shot him is under arrest.
For what? This bird is a thief.
This bird is a trumpeter swan. He's protected by law. Can't pull a gun on a wild swan.
Then somebody saw how much money was in the bag, and the policeman grabbed it.
I'll be taking this to the station house.
No, you won't. This money was on the bird. It belongs to the Department of Fish and Games.
The bird broke my window. This money is mine.
Somebody call an ambulance! And by the time the ambulance arrived, the town judge had walked up and ruled in favor of the shopkeeper and dismissed the case. The crowd cheered. The shopkeeper said he wasn't going to keep all the money, though. He would pay to replace the trumpet and repair his window, and then he would give the rest to a good charity, if anybody could think of one. A small girl said,
How about the Audubon Society? They protect birds endangered of extinction.
the game warden said that trumpeter swans weren't in danger of extinction, but that the Audubon Society was a good group. At the hospital, Louis's father was treated with penicillin and oxygen. His wound was cleaned and a band-aid put over his injury. Pretty soon he began to feel quite good again, and when the nurse left the room, he jumped out the window, spread his broad wings, and crossed the mountains, arriving home soon after daylight to find his wife waiting for him.
How did it go?
Very well, I was shot at. I felt an agonizing pain in my left shoulder, which I consider the most beautiful of my shoulders. Blood gushed from the wound in torrents.
And he went on, as you can imagine, until finally his wife said,
It doesn't look so bad to me. I think you just got nicked. I'm glad you're home safe. I always miss you when you're gone. I don't know why, but I do.
and she placed her head across his neck and gave him a nudge, and he tore off the band-aid and threw it away. In the But every year